Hey, welcome to Resilient AF Midlife Mama. I am back, and today I want to talk about turning the fucking lights on and living juicy. Like, what? What am I talking about? I want to talk about living juicy. So this was all inspired by a Facebook memory. You can always thank your Facebook memories for like sparking stuff from your past, right? So I absolutely love the idea of choosing succulents and living juicy. Choosing succulents in terms of positivity doesn't mean that you're living like this saccharine sweet thing, like expecting everything to always be rainbows and unicorns. That's not what I'm talking about. It's about making the choice to acknowledge that it's not always going to be rainbows and unicorns, that sometimes it's going to suck, but making the choice for positivity. So in the last month, I've been grieving the loss of my grandmother. We were tight, we talked a lot, and I am missing her so much. And I've been doing some reading, some Elizabeth Kubler-Ross writings about grief. And the quote that really stuck with me is, "I'm not okay, you're not okay, and that's okay." Because really, like, it's okay that we're not all okay. And we don't need to be defined by our being okay. So like when we run into each other, which we don't do so much right now because of COVID, but when we run into each other, it's always like, oh, hi, I'm good, I'm okay. Like it's like this random measure of nothingness. So, and it's so easy to succumb to all the negativity and the complaints and being positive, choosing to live juicy and succulent and being positive, choosing positivity doesn't ignore the issues. And there are a lot of issues. It's not ignoring the issues. It's just turning the lights on in the darkness. I part of my grieving process was cleaning the hell out of my house, like deep clean, organized, purge, rearrange, like all the things. And what was great was I found some books that I've loved that I haven't touched in a really long time. And so one of them is Succulent Wild Woman by Sark. And she talks a lot about this like succulents, living juicy thing. And what she says is that choosing positivity is a personal revolution. And I just freaking love that. A personal revolution. So, and it's funny because it reminded me when I started looking at her book a couple of years ago, I met with my relationship and intimacy coach, also my dear friend Maria Ryder. And ladies, I highly recommend her. She's amazing. At our first session, when she inquired about my goals and we were talking, I declared that I wanted to be juicy. And I didn't just mean like intimately, although that's not a bad thing either. I meant like living life juicy. And I just love this idea, like just living life juicy. So what does that really mean? So for me, like juicy, I'm sorry, I've got notes because if I don't have notes, like, you know, I'll ramble. Juicy for me is not being tethered by the darkness and the negativity. It's not being drawn into the black holes. It's not allowing my whole presence to be sucked into the challenging things that are happening around me, and not allowing the circumstances of my life to hold me back from my joy. So not allowing challenges that my children may be having, or financial situations, or a loved one dying, or the whole world freaking being sick. Because that's just life. Like, that's just life. And I can't let that stop me from moving forward in my own life goals. So it's not letting myself live in fear. And because, my gosh, safety is such an illusion, right? Anything can happen at any time. We can't live life waiting for the other shoe to drop. And so for me, that's the definition of living juicy, is not letting all that stuff, it's yeah. So ask yourself, what ways are you seduced by negativity? And in what ways are you so absorbed in what's currently going on, globally going on, the challenges that we're living amongst? In what ways are you so absorbed that you're not seeing the joy in your own life? And I ask you, do you want a personal revolution? Are you in? So today's Facebook post really it was a memory from 2 years ago. It was a picture from Hanukkah, first night, and the pure joy on our faces. It's my husband and my youngest son and our dog. The picture will be on the blog post, or Facebook if you are friends with me on Facebook. If you're not, friend me. Yeah, so it's, even just talking about it, I get like a little choked up. So the picture is pure joy. The glow of the lights, the dog is even like blissfully getting pet in this picture, like snuggled. And yet I know how dark that chapter in our family's life was. I know how much pain and sadness was all around that night, that first night of Hanukkah. You'd never know from looking at the picture, because I had to actively choose my personal revolution. I chose positivity. I chose joy. I rose up to see the light in the darkness. I turned the fucking lights on. And I need to keep turning them on again and again and again. And I want you to keep turning them on again and again and again. Have your personal revolution. Push through the darkness. Because you got to find the joy. You got to find the light. So that's what I've got for today. And if you want to hang with some other resilient as fuck women that are working on living juicy, then you can join us in Resilient AF Midlife Mamas. I'll put the link down below. And yeah, check out the blog if you want to see the picture, and comment. Let me know. Answer those questions and let me know if you're ready for your personal revolution. Make it a great day.